We are Michael, Marcella, and Kristine, and will present a paper entitled Performing Citizenship Through Design. In this paper, we will address notions of citizenship, participation, and embodiment. We are researchers and activists forming part of a project on performing citizenship, in which we bridge participatory design with citizen studies. We have a particular interest in embodiment, and we ask how can embodied forms of participation express citizen rights, and how can embodied forms open up for a participation otherwise that potentially decolonizes predominant hierarchies in participatory design. We'll seek to address those questions through two cases. The first is giving voice to eradicated bodies, presented by Michael, and the second is the power choreography, presented by Marcella.
The first case centers on how to give voice to eradicated bodies and make unwanted bodies and realities present. It shows how media activism as performative intervention can enable fellow citizenships to be recognized through shared affectivities, the face and emotional expressions of an other, or as in this case, the voice of another. The video focuses on Jay, an Iranian citizen who was being held in a deportation camp in Denmark after having his asylum status rejected. At the moment of recording, he was also ill with a heart condition. Focusing not on his explicitly immobilized appearance, nor on his status as illegal immigrant, the film points to his fully human capacities, a hearted and compassionate opera singer giving voice to a communion with others. It demonstrates that ideas are embodiments and that performative interventions can work as both a designerly effort to make sense of experiential situations and an attempt to build bridges across the pluriverse, bridges transferring ideas, emotions, and affectivities across different contexts.
La donna è mobile, qual piuma al vento, muto d'accento e di pensiero. Sempre un amabile, leggiadro viso, impianto in riso e menzognero. La donna è mattil, qual piuma al vento, muto d'accento.
Shortly after the filming, I got a text from Madeleine Kate McGowan from media activist collective Other Story, who directed and produced the video, urging me and other concerned citizens to participate in a manifestation against Jay's immediate deportation from Denmark. So we went there. We tried to make a blockade. We tried to get in contact with either Jay, the authorities of the camp, or Red Cross, formally responsible. And we were told that no deportation were planned for today, that Jay was too ill to receive visitors or communicate. And while we were negotiating with the police, Jay was smuggled out, presumably in a car, hidden, lying on the back seat. Later, Jay showed up on a piece of land just across the bridge to Sweden, often used for this type of exchange between national police forces, and is now being held in a Swedish facility waiting to have his case tested. In that sense, the event became exemplaric for the eradication of Jay's body from the cultural national space in Denmark, hence indicative of the significance of the performative intervention of giving voice and bridging with Jay as an embodied fellow citizen, resisting him and his song to be silenced. It also shows how situated designerly interventions in the first film migrates and affects other thinking and action by opening up spaces for affective frictions, manifesting contradictory conceptions of citizenship, and bringing forth more pluralistic, antagonistic understandings, for example, through embodied forms of gathering and solidarity, and an ethics that breaks sociality, injustice, and asymmetries open, and enable us to inhabit uncertainty together.
The second case is about choreographing power. The participation here is tackled in design as dissent, leaving an utopia of consensus behind. Instead, it becomes an operation of embodiment, which engages with marginalized citizens, investigating a critical role of the participatory designer. We ask ourselves, to what extent the normative center of participatory design can be decolonized? Through acts of citizenship, such as the ones shown in the pictures from the Architecture for Autonomy seminar, as an expression of a design which opens up future structures of possibility through experiential situations like Jongo dance. Decolonizing design, therefore, requires discussing the affective and conceptual operations that form the basis of our relations with the world. What are the frictions and affective ethics in bringing such embodied experiences of citizenship into dialogue? Eu pichei o muro do coronel, eu pichei. Eu pichei o muro do coronel, eu pichei. Quem precisa de polícia é burguês, eu pichei. Quem precisa de burguês é polícia, eu pichei. Eu pichei o muro do coronel, eu pichei. Eu pichei o muro do coronel, eu pichei. Quem precisa de polícia é burguês, eu pichei. Quem precisa de burguês é polícia, eu pichei.
So, returning to the discussion of participation, design, and citizenship, we may ask in what sense the two cases embody and express citizenship, and to what extent they open up futures for common coexistence, for decolonizing hierarchies in design. In the case of Jay in the deportation camp, singing is a giving voice to a fellow citizen. Here it is not about judging each other right or wrong, but acknowledge what an action is, what it brings out in the situation, how it breaks sociality and its asymmetries open. It is about how we inhabit uncertainty together. In the dance choreography, the asymmetric relations between designers, activists, and citizens was not resolved. Rather, the embodied participation furthered the movement of problematization, bringing awareness of the colonizing aspects to the front. We believe that by embodying and bringing effective power relations into play, participatory design can learn from the territory and what emerges between bodies. Our contribution to participatory design is to acknowledge how such effective and embodied frictions and to care for what emerges in the situation.